New York City, we are here. Green Room is back. Sponsored by wswtc.com. I'm your boy, Goswell. First of all, we want to give honor and thanks to God for another Saturday night. We're here, and I couldn't be more excited again. My family is in the building. My We Say What They Can family is definitely in the building. Mo Rock, PPS Dot, my homegirl Cinemax. Shout out to my boy Pyro. Couldn't make it tonight, but you know what? It's all love, though. You know, it's all family. La Familia is in the building. So what's up, fellas? What's up, lady?
Going on?
What up? Shout out to my man PS Dot.
Yeah, man.
Put mad P's in your name.
Yo, listen.
No doubt, Mo
Listen,
Rock.
before I get to...
You got my name right, okay?
That's right. As long as I got the lady right, you know what I'm saying? I got to go home and talk to a lady. So I want to hear, you got her name wrong. But listen.
Got her name wrong. That's the name you should have got wrong.
Listen, it's all good, though, man. It's all good, though. Look, first on this first note, I just want to... I want to start off the show on a little somber note. I want to give a shout out to my dear friend Benita Burt and their family. They lost their beloved mother, Cornelia Burt. Mama Burt, I know that you're in heaven and you're in paradise. You are rejoicing with the angels and you're rejoicing with our Father now. There's no more pain on earth. There's always, rejoicing in heaven, and we rejoice with those that are rejoicing. So, I miss her. She came to my wedding, and she had nothing but love and respect by other people, and she always had a kind word. She did a lot for everyone that she came into contact with. She suffered with lupus for a very long time, but God knows and does all things well. So when she decided she was ready, he was ready to take her into his arms and let her get her mansion that we all pray to God that we see one day, because there are many mansions. We just got to pick which one we're gonna live in. So shout out to her family. Her homegoing celebration is tomorrow, because funerals are for people that are somber, but homegoing celebrations are for people that have lived their life and they have ran the race well, and now she's going to get her heavenly reward, and we're going to celebrate her tomorrow in Far Rockaway. Shout out to Macedonia Baptist Church. They are holding the services there. Shout out to Evan Gray, pastor there, and my family at home. I'll see you when I get home, but on that note, I just want to always make sure that a lot of people don't want to give people their flowers while they smell them, but at the same time, I want to make sure that her family understands that they are loved and they are respected, and we are with y'all. We riding with y'all all the way through. All right. All right. On this note, let me get back into why we here today. This is a season finale for us. Green Room. Shout out to my wife, by the way. She's at home with my kids.
Young Mo.
Yeah, Mo. She took the three show hiatus. So shout out, baby. I love you. And next season we're gonna do some other stuff. We might have some cameras following us. We got
some more babies.
I think so.
Oh,
I think so. We'll
we
talk
should have
about
brought
that.
the cameras in the delivery.
Nah. PS tried to get me with that. That's not happening.
We wasn't gonna look.
That's not happening. But anyway, I want to say something on a political note. As we know, we have a governor that is doing a lot around the city nowadays. Just broke ground at the new LaGuardia Airport, this, that, and the third, and he's doing a lot of things legislatively that people don't understand and people not paying attention to. Shout out to anybody that works, that are part of unions. And I want to tell y'all, on November 7th, they have this bill that they want to pass called the Congressional Convention Bill. Yeah. And that
Smart.
on November 7th.
I'm a union rep.
Yeah, so listen,
CWA.
you have to we all as New Yorkers have to vote no.
Yeah.
Because if we don't vote no in 2018, they bring a big House of Representatives to New York and they change every legislative bill that New York has ever passed. They would have the ability to change it. That could affect your work environment, that could affect your labor union relationships. That could affect, let's put it to you like this. You got a pension, and you got a heavy pension. You plan on, if you're 20, 50, 25, 55, 30, 62, whatever the case may be, whatever you're working. If they decide to pass this bill, they take your pension and they put it into your 401k. And we know what 401k is. 401k stocks and bonds. If that flips and they say, you know what, let's decide to tank, all your money gone. So all those listening out, all those people that are union representatives and union leaders. Shout out to my union, ATU 1056. Mark Henry's the president. Louis Alzadi is the vice president. Shout out to my shop steward, Byron Boland. Listen, Gotta vote no. Gotta vote no.
no.
Gotta vote no.
Vote no.
You know, knowledge is power, as they
doubt.
say. You know what I'm saying? And knowledge is key. So let's make sure we keep our money, because you know what? We ain't out here working hard. I'm driving the bus. Some of us work for Verizon. Some of us work other places, and we got other things that we want to do after we've done our work. You know what I mean? 20, 30 years.
Yeah.
You know, we got another life we want to live. But if they decide to take that all from us, we've basically given them the power again. And this is a trick that they do. They put the ballot in front of you, and then they don't show the congressional convention ballot ticket on the front. So you got to flip that page over and look down that page and look for that congressional convention bill, and make sure that you vote no to it. All right?
Yeah.
Now, my family is here. Shout out. What's up, family?
I just want to say I'm proud of you, man.
Yo, listen, man.
This is a real good season, man.
Yo, I
I feel like
appreciate it,
you've
man.
had Rock Wilder. The show, your last show was super dope.
Man,
You know what I'm saying? Like,
shout out to those guys, man. Shout out to
Yeah,
Zabai and Prince Judah and Prophecy.
I don't quite know where we fall into this interview, but I'm scared. I'm
gonna
nervous.
tell you.
Me
I'm
too.
gonna bring it to you straight up. Like
I didn't even drink today. I was like, I'm not gonna drink until after.
After the interview.
Yeah, it's gonna be some Jesus juice
man,
after.
Listen, man. I don't.
Wine.
I'm not judgmental of nobody that drinks, because I drink a beer. Let me say that on the air right now.
Cinemax, like, can I curse?
I have a
Can I
Corona
curse?
every night. No,
I
you
didn't
can't do
say
none of that.
I didn't say that.
I heard you was in the cab already asking, like, yo, can I say this? Can I say that? Nah, you can't say that.
Okay.
This is a family orientated show.
But I'm from We Say What They Can't.
Yeah, but we say what the words say on this show.
Okay.
Can't say that today.
Okay.
Not this
Cinemax,
hour.
thou
I'm
shalt
gonna
not
behave.
cuss.
Okay. I'm gonna behave.
Well, listen, I brought y'all on here because you know what? As much as the show has gotten a lot of strength and a lot of support from other places and other areas, I couldn't end the season. Like I said, I wanted to get 60 and 53 like Kobe did. I want to make sure that the person that passed me the rock first gets their just due. Like I said, I want people to get their flowers while they can smell them. I don't want to say, well, they didn't do nothing for me and they gave me the start, but this is the finish line for the first season. But I want to make sure that they understand that this is a family thing. This is a conglomerate. We pray that it's a conglomerate, because I call things in the atmosphere the way they should be. Yeah. So I always want to make sure that I show love to the people that show love to me first. Somebody showed me, somebody had a vision. Somebody said that they saw something in me that they didn't see in other people, which was Mo Rock and PS and Cinemax and Pyro and Royalty and Jinx and everybody. And my man Aztechnique over there, man. So I always want to make sure that I reciprocate that. So I'm already going to get my questions on the line. What we got going on for next season?
Talk to PPPP.
What we got going on for next season?
First, we I want to say thank you. We appreciate it. Definitely appreciate the sentiment. The love is definitely well felt. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
We happy that you came on. We happy all our shows
Right.
did well, doing well. Your
Right.
show is doing well, and I personally like your show just because it was the first show of its kind that we had. It was just different.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's something different for us. Like, yo, this is just a different format, and y'all did well.
Right.
Still think y'all should have went in there with them cameras. That'll just
That was
shot
the
it
money
over the
shot.
top. That was but
I just think evolution is for
It's for
everybody.
everybody.
And then if it does happen, you know, I want We Say What They Can't to have like BET type of numbers.
Yeah,
going on. I
absolutely.
don't want y'all to have y'all with the cameras on your back and Az running around with the amp and he's doing all this. Nah, he need to be saying, look, BET, y'all do this, and this. I want executive producers out of this thing. I don't want nobody having to push no buttons. Only buttons I want y'all pushing is at the ATM machine when it's time to get them checks.
Hey.
You understand what I'm saying? So,
But that was dope. I mean, it was a dope season. Shout out to the missus because
yes, I
it
can't
was,
say that enough.
You know, I mean, you held it down since she's been going. Like you said, last show was really my lane. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That was my lane.
Right.
But you know, the chemistry that you have, you definitely can see that you have a good marriage, a good life together, a good
Yeah.
family. And I just think it's something for people to people need to see. Black people actually do believe and live
Right,
well
right,
and without all
right.
the drama, have fun,
Right.
and, laugh.
Well, I
Black
say
love.
this. I
Shout
say
out to
this.
Black love.
Yeah, Black love is definitely in the building. I would say this. I don't want anybody to get it twisted. Like me and my wife don't have our issues, or we don't have our moments where we ain't feeling each other. Because we get that. That's what marriage is. But marriage is about adjustments, and a marriage is always about a compromise. And,
Right.
and we've compromised our individual lives to have one life together. So like PS said, shout out to my wife, because not only is she, as far as I'm concerned, the executive producer of my show and our show. She pushed it forward. She said, continue to go. Like, don't let it just fade right here. Continue to push the envelope. And I always wanted to make sure that, when Mo Rock brought the idea to me, he said, we need to make sure that everything is balanced here. And God brings balance to everything, every part of our lives. And I couldn't appreciate him for seeing that in me, because I've thought that I've tried to live the life of a Christian man the best way that I've known how to. And not to say that I've never stumbled and fell, because we all fall short of the glory of God. That is the word. And I've made it my life's mission, or my life's work, to continue to show people, like, look, you can fall down.
I fell short last night. I had a lot of Jesus juice.
Amen.
Last night.
Hey,
I fell a
man.
little short. Fell a little short.
See, always the enigma.
But God won't be at this. Let me also say why, as the show it is, why God is good. This show almost didn't happen.
Yeah, it almost
happened. So
it almost didn't.
Between God and the good brother Sharif Aztec,
Yeah.
Islam,
Right.
we here, man. It was
man.
meant to have this show today.
Listen, man, y'all made that possible, like you said. I will always be appreciative, and I will always do what I'm supposed to do when I'm here, and that's push the envelope. Me and my wife, because when she comes back, she gonna be on fire, because she already got shows lined up. She already got things locked up.
That's what's up.
So I'm like, listen,
I'm
man,
excited for season 2.
Yeah.
Season 2's we're gonna go off with a bang. We just gonna take a little hiatus for a minute. We're gonna travel, me and my Kobe Bryant wife, and we're gonna travel to the sunset for a few months and just come back ready, aimed and firing. That's how we do. That's how we gonna do. Cinemax, I'm coming to you, baby. How does it feel being the head of the group?
Really?
She's in charge. She's totally in.
Listen, God-fearing people could start some drama, start some funny drama.
Really?
Listen,
I don't think I'm the head of the group. I'm more of the
Old Cinemax was the head of the group. I don't know this story.
No, you know what it is?
I don't know who this one is.
You know what it is?
yo, listen, shout out to Jinx. If Jinx was here,
Exactly.
I'll make sure Jinx is here. Yo, you in the building.
You know what it is? I'm more of the odd man out. I'm the only female here, so most of the time I get voted out. Most of the time I get voted out.
Wait a minute.
And I have a difference of opinion, because I have a different view of things. I wouldn't say the head of the group though.
Me and you always agree, or for the most part. It's somebody else that never agrees with you.
Oh, man.
Somebody to your right.
Yeah, no comment.
I mean, yeah.
My thing is like when y'all bring the vision together, who sets the table? Other than Mo Rock, who sets the table?
I think everybody take their turns. It
Right.
it depends on what's going on at the time. Everybody takes their turns of what's going on, how they feel the show should go that
Right.
particular day.
Uh-huh.
But most of the time, yeah, we share that responsibility.
I think it depends on the guest.
Yeah.
If it's
Right.
somewhere it's like politics, he's strong.
Right.
Yeah.
Sports, he's
Right,
strong.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Music, I'm strong. He's strong in music as well.
Right.
Pyro, Cinemax. We all got our lanes. It all
Right.
depends.
Yeah.
They ratchet, these two.
I'm extremely ratchet.
I was trying to stay away from that.
I'm extremely ratchet.
Yeah, because I've had topics on my show. You go, look, I need you to ask this, and I go, yo,
I never.
maybe that's good. Maybe that's good or bad.
I feel like
Yeah.
everybody's lying on me today. I don't like
Listen, I'm staying with Cinemax because I want to make sure she answers me, because she can veer off to the right and she can say I ain't answering nothing. But listen, how does it feel in a male-dominated industry when it comes to talk radio? How does it feel to bring balance to these brothers when y'all are on the mic?
It feels great. I like to check them sometimes. I love to argue with them. I love to go back and forth with them.
Right.
I like to kind of press my opinion on them and try to get them to see my side. But I'm just being myself. Like, I'm not gonna let anybody tell me how to feel or feel
Right.
intimidated about their opinions, even if they're right. Because first, I'm a Virgo,
Right.
and we always right.
I don't know about that, but
I'm just
okay.
telling you.
I don't know about
we
that.
are. So, but at the end of the day with them, I try to put that woman's spun on it.
Right.
And, create a little balance, but
That's why I like her. She said spun. Like, you know what I'm saying? I love that's the ratchet. I love
the
ratchet
like,
thing. I love.
I thought it was a hairstyle.
Listen, man. I should have brought. Hold up.
I'm sorry.
Let me put
Cookies.
this. Let me put this over here right now. Listen.
Fun is not
Hold on.
ratchet.
We gonna
Soft
set this
ratchet
table.
is
We gonna set
ratchet.
this table right now. We gonna set this for Mo Rock right now.
God,
right
I'm
now,
sorry, God, I'm sorry,
There's
I'm
a
sorry.
swear fee right here.
So how much is swear? It starts.
Anytime he swears, it's $5. And it's going to St. Jude's Children's Fund. That's what's going to go to
nice.
St. Mary's Hospital.
Oh,
That's where it's going.
Okay.
Just put that
All
20
right.
up, boy.
So just put
Yeah,
that
I'm
up right.
thinking
You
about
gonna
it.
put that up right now?
It starts now, though, right?
No. It should have started before. But I'm gonna give you.
All
a
right,
breakdown
so it's starting
first.
now. All right, cool.
I'm gonna give you.
All right.
Listen, I love this brother, but I know him. Listen, just make sure you don't feel his cookie jar. You don't feel his cookie jar.
No, we good.
P.S.
What's good, brother?
Listen, man. Me and you have always kind of had a real connection ever since we met, and you got to tell me how it is when the balance seems off from not only their standpoints, but when you have to put your political spin on things and you have to put your spiritual spin on things. How do you formulate that within all of the
Ratchetness?
personalities? Yeah, that too.
All of the
The personalities. I'm gonna say that. I don't want to say ratchetness. Ratchetness is too great for
He's
this.
ratchet too on the low.
He mad ratchet.
Yes. I've seen him in action, but you know what? On the other side, I've seen the good dude.
See
So
what it is? But
I want to make sure I see. Yeah, huh?
I'm gonna answer your question fully. To be honest, like my name is PS for a reason. You know, PS is short for Psalms. PS dot the dot after
Right.
the PS.
Right.
And if anybody who's read Psalms, it's about different emotions.
Right.
And like that's what you said. There's nobody that wakes up that's happy every day.
David
you know what
wrote
I mean?
the whole book.
Exactly. Like you know. I mean, Jesus went in the courtyard and started flipping over tables. They was, come
That's
on,
right.
people. I'm
That's
a
right.
man.
That's
But
right.
at the same time, everybody's driven by what's primary in their life. Yeah, people struggle and oppression that always meant something to me. But yeah, like having a drink, having fun, and dancing and partying. But like what drives me is that. And with this, sometimes we have certain shows where it's fun, we laughing. And that's what I love about us. But then we'll
Right.
come back with a show we talking about mass incarceration.
Right.
And it's dope like that. It's real life. Real life is about ups and downs and struggles and happiness. You know what I'm saying?
I've always felt that when I came to this situation that I would always be able to get all the spectrum, all versions of the spectrum from everybody. So for me in this first season, it's been a learning experience and it's been a learning curve. I've learned that in being successful in this, you're gonna make a lot of mistakes. And spiritually, I had to stay on my face when he first came to me, and I had to say, "Yo, God, I know what I'm doing, but you gotta show me this plan and show me how to do it." And Rock, no, it took me like 7 months to even come back to him with an answer. He was like, "Yo, what's up?" I'm like, "I ain't hear nothing yet." And he was like, "You ain't hear nothing?" Nah, I didn't hear nothing yet. And from a spiritual standpoint in here, I said, God got to be at every show. He can't just be at one show and then it just veers off to the left and it goes another way, because we tend to lose track of how he deals with us and how he prepares us to do things like this. So me, like I said, this show for me today was about being grateful and was about being thankful to the people that pushed me forward and said, "Yo, you could do it."
Yeah,
You
well,
know
we
what I'm saying?
definitely.
Like King Darnell is on the outside, but that's my man, that's my brother from another mother. He was like, "Yo, you got a real attitude about things, so do it." You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Don't think you can't do it. So and Reef the same thing. He was like, "Yo, you're starting to get a certain swagger about you. You need to continue that." But at the same time, I cannot leave out my right hand. She's my right hand, and she will continue to be on this show with me. So let me say that into the camera so everybody know. Be quiet, because I know you get ready to say something crazy. So listen, Monique, honey, I love you. Let me tell you that I love my wife, and she made this show what it is. Every episode, every topic, every piece of information that I've ever got about anything or anyone about this show, she helped me get it, and she helped me formulate
doubt.
every aspect of the show. So let me shout out her again. I love you, sweetheart. I'll see you when I get home. I might have some Jesus juice by the time I get home, but I'm just
Baby
playing.
number
I'm just
3
playing.
is on the
I'm
way.
just playing. I'm just playing.
Baby
Listen.
number 3 is on
No.
the way.
Yo,
But I wanted to say that we appreciate you for having us, and we appreciate the things that you've done to get your word out there and your point of views, and to, like P.S. said, to have people see that there's a different way that people can live.
Right.
So we definitely appreciate you too. Oh, But
I'm getting ready to get the interview. I already see it already. See, I
know,
already
yeah,
knew it was
yeah,
going to
I'm
turn
about-
into
no, no,
that.
no, yeah,
I already had it set up for that. See, I set up things. See that, Kobe? I
Listen.
set them up.
but Cinemax.
Yeah, I was about to ask you
Cine-
about that jersey,
no,
but we can wait.
Cinemax has to go.
Okay.
Okay. You know,
Oh,
I'm
that's
running,
right. That's
yeah,
right. You
Yeah,
did
I
say you
was
had to
running
go.
a
That's
little
right.
overtime, so I have to go.
Listen.
But I want to say, thank you for having me. It did take us to the last episode to get here.
Black
but
girls rock.
I,
That.
I thank you for having me, and
Yes,
I can't wait to
Cinemax.
come back again.
I love you, sweetheart. We're
love you
gonna do
too.
some more stuff together.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And
Listen,
I
you're
love
gonna be on
those
the girl
babies.
show.
Keep
I
the
already
kiss
told you. You're gonna be on the girl show.
What girl show?
Don't worry about it.
I'm scared.
Don't be scared.
You can't hook me up with no.
But you know what's crazy?
Don't be
She
scared.
looked right at me. I have nothing to do with this.
Don't be scared. Be prepared.
She was about to say, you can't put me together with them church girls.
Why not? Why not?
That's what she
I
about
used to be.
say.
Where
Listen,
we met at? Where
let
we
me tell
met
you
at? Rock?
something.
Did we go to church together?
I'm into
No,
converting.
I
I'm
don't
Yes,
into
we
converting.
did.
I'm
I
into
don't remember
converting.
that.
Look,
Did you
this is
just hear that?
this is
Did you
about
hear that?
soul winning, converting hearts.
They said they met at
I don't
church.
care what you did before. I don't
We
care
knew-
what
we
you
knew
did
each
the day
other
after.
from church.
I don't care what you did about it. I'm worried about the right now. Tomorrow I ain't promised.
Why Cinemax makes an exit? What church did y'all meet at? What
Universal
church
Baptist Church.
Universal Baptist Church.
Exactly.
Beautiful.
Okay.
All right,
God is
y'all.
good.
See y'all later. Cinemax is how we say what they can't.
Yo,
First lady. Yeah.
give my girl Cinemax a round of applause. We see you. We gonna see. I'm
She,
coming for you.
She killed the audition too.
Yeah, she did.
auditioned.
Yeah,
She
so
killed it.
yeah, she good.
Yeah, I saw the ratchetness right away. The ratchetness potential.
See, but the girl with the pink, she leaving right now. She getting out of here free and clear. She getting out of here free and clear. God bless you, sister. Listen, I'm
Yeah.
still with my brothers here, man, and
We got another guest too.
yeah, I do, man.
Yeah.
She about to come into the building in a minute.
The Donna Perry.
Listen, y'all have been an inspiration for me for this whole first season.
Nah,
so I
man,
just wanna say that,
you've
man.
been inspiring us, man. Like, you know, I like the friendly competition and things. So when I see all you guys putting your shows together, I'm like,
Right.
yo, I call him like, yo, we gotta step up, man. These shows is coming. You know what I'm saying? So like, thank you for pushing us. And
I
if we
appreciate
keep
that.
pushing each other,
Yeah.
it all gets better. And your numbers have grown every episode.
I
You know what I'm
appreciate
saying? He
that.
checks
Yep,
every
yep.
10
Right,
minutes.
right.
You know what I'm saying? It grows, and I'm telling you.
Like I said to you when we first had the conversation about doing this, I never said it was never about numbers for me.
Yeah, it's
It's always about people. If people could see something and be changed by that, their life. Never mind me, because this
Yeah.
ain't about me, and it's not about Monique. If somebody's life can be changed with the word that is in us and the lifestyle that we try to exemplify in and off this station, then we doing our job. But if one person say, "Well, I didn't like your show because it's not talking about something that I can gravitate to," then we're not doing our job. So I try to make sure, and she tries to make sure that everything we bring forth is not only knowledgeable, but you can go test it for yourself. Like the word says, test the word with the word. You know what I'm saying? And test the spirit by the spirit. So, you know, if you see something in me and it's not in you, then find out how did I get it. You know what I'm saying? And if you want that, then that's between you and God. You know what I mean? So
Let me flip this a little bit.
Go
Ask you
ahead.
something. Now, like you said, it took you a while before you was ready to do the show. What surprised you about yourself and your wife? Just that you didn't think you could do, or you surprised yourself, like, yo,
it surprised me.
moment.
In the moment,
that moment when you was like, yo, we good at this.
I think
Because I know that moment happened.
never
because it
been-
happened for us.
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. It was never like I've never not been comfortable behind a microphone. Like that's never been a problem for me because I sing and I still sing, so it's not new.
Yeah.
But to preach the word and to speak to someone in a camera and say this for whatever time limit that I'm on, I have to be precise. I have to nail it like every single week. And for me, that was kind of where I was teetering. Like sometimes I don't want to preach when my pastor. Shout out to my pastor, by the way. When my pastor comes to me and says, "Listen, you got Sunday," that's like, and she'll hit me on a Friday, knowing Sunday is 72 hours or 48 hours away. It's like now I got to divulge, get away from all the drama, and say and get into the word and find something for the people. You know, our church, it might not have the most people in it, but I got to make sure that I get something that not only feeds them but has fed me first. So to do this show, it was very surprising to realize that you're your own individual, but you have something to say, you have something to give. As long as I had something to give, I was comfortable.
Do you watch your Yeah, we really took over this.
That's
interview.
okay. That's
But
what
no,
this
it's
show's
cool.
about.
Um,
I'm glad y'all interviewing me
do
because people
you
get to see who I am.
Do you
and
go
see who
back
this
and
is.
watch your shows?
Yes, absolutely.
Can I tell you where I know you start getting more comfortable?
Go ahead.
Your voice changed. Like
Right.
in the beginning, you go back to the first 2 shows, you was like, "Hi, this is Will." From you
Right,
know what I'm saying? And as you know, what I'm saying, the
Right,
shows kept
right.
going.
Right.
You sound like real colorful.
Right.
Your voice is colorful.
Well, okay.
You know what I'm saying? I could close my eyes and I can
Visualize-
picture,
yeah, yeah.
visualize everything you're
Put the
saying.
story
Right,
together.
okay.
And that's confidence.
Right.
You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
I think that comes with, for me, that comes with prayer. Because I gotta pray every day, regardless to what the situation on how my day is going. I go out there and I serve people every day, so it's not like this is servitude, but then I'm out there serving people every day. So I have to have a mindset of, you got to be confident in what you do. You got to love what you do. And I started to actually love this because then it gave a broader audience. It gave me a broader audience to talk to, because people don't realize, us as people, we deal with stuff and we talk about a lot of things. I might talk to my homies about it, but at the same time, I talk to the people about it. Look, you dealing with this? Let's have this conversation on the air about this. You know what I mean? And it didn't change. I just, like you said, the confidence came with prayer, because I was really nervous. That first couple of shows, I was nervous as I don't know what.
Everybody is. I got a personal request, and this is
ahead.
something you do. Sometimes you do. You already know what it is. Cause we'll sing.
Okay.
Yo, my man right here, sometimes he'll go live, just
Right.
be sitting on the bus chilling.
Right.
And I'm a music dude. I sit
Right.
there and listen to him like, yo, this dude really can sing. Like, a lot of people say they can sing. A lot of people say they can rap. A lot of people
Right.
say they play ball.
Right.
No, you don't. He really can sing.
Oh,
And he
so
get me
basi-
mad because every time I ask him to sing, he want to rhyme.
Yeah.
I know you can rap. I want to hear you sing.
Hey, yo,
Can you and Donna Perry do it like a duet? Like just
Like,
See,
no.
So I did that?
See how he segue.
That was
Listen. I'm ready for our next guest. See how he segued that in? He trying to help me, but I get him. So we're gonna segue into our next guest. This beautiful woman is
she ain't even here yet. You called her?
nah. She should be in the back. She should be there.
You want me to text her?
Yeah. You need to text
This
her.
is a ratchet moment.
Yeah,
Like
just-
let me ratchet this
Yeah,
out a little
you
bit.
set that up.
Yeah, cool. I'll text her. You could just talk.
Yeah, no.
Well, I wrote a gospel rap before.
You did?
This is the plug.
For who?
So-
For Mario?
It was Puff featuring John P. Key. You know that guy?
Yeah, John P. Key, out of Philly, yeah.
Yeah. It was a
out of Philly,
fave song, yeah. And then the album was gonna come out. Then he caught a charge, and
Who caught the charge? Oh, Puff.
it was a whole big thing.
Oh,
J-Lo.
yeah. Okay, no, but he Gucci though. He ain't
Yeah.
worried. Though. Listen, this lady,
That was a plug.
this lady coming to
Thanks,
the
Mo
mic
Rock.
in a second.
I'm gonna go get her. Let me go get her.
Yeah, you go do that.
You and PS
Yeah,
talk.
you can do that.
PS always take over anyway.
Listen, man. He trying to get me to sing, but I'll give him some at the end of the show.
I'm just saying.
I'll do that for him at
I'm
the
just
end
saying
of the
for
show. I'll
the
do that
people-
for the last show.
For the
this
people,
year.
even
do
if it's
that.
for next season,
Right.
My man right here sing like for real. He got a
Listen.
voice. He got a voice. I'm
I'm
about to get you to do a little vocal or something. Like you got a voice.
Yeah, we'll hook it up. We'll hook it up for you. I can at least do that for you.
Y'all lucky I can't sing.
Yes. Listen, this wonderful lady that is about to be seated right next to me. She's a beautiful.
Can
lady.
we stay?
She's Brooklyn.
Can we stay?
Yeah, of course
Cool.
you can stay. Oh yeah. We got full deck tonight.
Because I need
Good.
to set this up, right?
Listen, don't let him set you up, Donna. Don't let him do it. Don't let him do it. He's known for the setup. He's known for the double play.
Now I'll tell you. Listen, before I just want to duet at the end of this joint with y'all too.
I'm sorry.
A
I'm
duet, like
sorry. A duet?
yeah.
But it got to be something that we both know.
Yeah, I figure it out.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, I work it out.
Listen,
But yeah,
listen. I'm gonna cut this guy off because he's a takeover man. Takeover. Listen, this wonderful woman. She's Brooklyn native. She's a entrepreneur. She's the CEO of her own nonprofit company, and I want to welcome her to the green room. Let's give a good warm welcome to Miss Donna Perry. How you doing, Miss Lady? How you doing, Miss Lady?
I am blessed and highly favored.
Oh yes, in Jesus' name. Oh yes. Listen, you see, I got my CEOs in front of me, so we're gonna be talking about a few things. We ain't gonna charge them too much because they be ready. They be ready to hit us up and tell us to do a whole lot of things. So I gotta listen to the CEOs, but at the same time, this is my show. So-
Okay, good luck
so,
with that. Good luck
I
with
mean, but listen, how are you? First of all, how are you?
I'm well. I'm
Listen,
well.
we're gonna get right into it because, like I said, I know our time and our destination got kind of changed. But shout out to my man over there, the extraordinaire Ass Technique. He puts it together and he keeps us rolling. How are you?
I'm well. I'm really excited to be here.
Yes.
Thank you so much for inviting me.
Very welcome.
I actually like this whole studio vibe. This is actually a nice spot.
We try to do our best. God is in control every time we
All
come
the
in
time.
here.
And the
So
words of Bishop Jakes, nothing just happens.
that's right. That's right. Nothing just happens. It ain't by happenstance we're here. So tell us about your endeavors, and tell us about your life first of all, because
Wow.
your testimony, and I read it, and it was extraordinary, and it's a testimony of your strength.
Well, my testimony is just really that God is like completely and totally uber dope.
Right.
He's realer and realer than anything that I've ever known. My testimony actually started probably about 5 or 6 years old when I started elementary school. Let me carry it up. Now I was about 9.
Right.
And I think it was the first.
Yes, you had to
day.
count that.
I'm like, wait, I don't want to get too much of my age, but
Right, right.
nonetheless, I remember about being 9 years old in public school, PS56, and I was really doing well in public school. It was my first year in public school, and my gym teacher told my mom, "Your daughter's obese."
Right.
I'm looking at her like,
Wow.
what is that? Who is she?
Right.
What is she? And so what it was is that I was the second of 3 daughters at the time.
Okay.
I now have, my baby sister's 25. But, when you're growing up in an African-American home, you're eating carbohydrates, fried foods, all those different things. You're not really thinking that you're obese or
Right,
like there's
right,
anything
right.
wrong with you. And what happened was my gym teacher told my mom, like, look, your daughter is severely overweight. Like,
Right.
she can't keep up with the rest of the class. She can't catch her breath. She can't run a lap without being tired. And it almost instinctively put like this scarlet O instead of the scarlet A. It was
Right.
like the scarlet O over who I was, at least in my mind, because I went from being the straight A Donna, the Donna that, was doing really well, to being the Donna that was now obese.
Right.
And I kind of like wore that for
Wow.
a good part of my childhood, even into becoming a young adult, where
I'm gonna take these headphones between this music and that story. I'm about to tear up. It's a beautiful song in the background.
Right.
I'm sorry.
Shout out to Dietrich.
Yeah,
Shout out to Dietrich Haddon,
Gotta
man.
take that off.
But long story short, I spent my entire life just really trying to claim my identity,
Right,
who
okay.
I was. I'm trying to be like this, am I the bully or am
Right.
I the bullied?
Right.
Am I the person that that people look to?
Right.
Or am I the person that people are just like looking at?
Well, people have a tendency to have a judgmental. Shout out to that gym teacher, you judgmental dirtbag. I'm gonna put that out there right now because I didn't like that. I don't like that.
Gym
Like this,
teacher.
I'm just straightforward. You know what I mean? Ask anybody that knows me. I'm straightforward. That's
But it's
judgmental.
okay.
That's
It's
very
okay.
judgmental.
And I'm gonna tell you why it's okay, because obesity is real.
Yeah, true indeed.
And-
But
and
I feel
so
like there's a
he
stigma. There's a
probably
pimp. He
could've
shouldn't have
delivered it a little
pinpointed.
Yeah,
He shouldn't have
definitely,
definitely shouldn't have pinpointed you like that.
Right.
Like she
And-
can't do this and she can't do that.
Yeah,
Come
and-
on, money.
and-
Like you a
But you know
dirtbag
what?
for
That's
that.
all right. That's all right, because everybody has a story.
I told you
and
we
that
real on this
became-
show, didn't I
right.
tell you?
But,
So you can be as real as you want to be.
I'm not gonna say the man was a dirtbag. I'm actually gonna say that I thank God for him, because
Okay.
it helped me to become who I am.
I thank
today.
God for him because your testimony came to my show, but you're still a dirtbag. I love you, but you're still a dirtbag. I love you, gym teacher. Let me put that out there. I love you.
But real talk, my mother did not know how to deal with it. Back then in the 80s, like, you like, well, what I'm gonna do?
Right.
So, I was the one that was on diets while
Right.
everybody else was, eating like, whatever they wanted to eat. And it was just really because back then you really didn't know what to do.
Right.
with
There wasn't
something like
enough
that.
information
Right. It
for
wasn't
us
enough
back then. Yeah.
information, and sometimes even now it still isn't enough
Right.
information.
I think, you know what? I'm not going to say I disagree with you. I just think that we as a people, especially like I'm a type 2 diabetic. So I'll be the first one to tell people that, dealing with overweightness or being overweight is a
Right.
problem, especially in the black community, especially in our communities where we love to eat.
Right,
And
right.
it's not that the information is not there. We don't take the time out to go find it.
Well, you know what? Sometimes it's not necessarily that we don't take the time out to go find it, because, like, so fast forward, what ended up happening was my highest weight at, I think, about 7-8 years ago.
Right.
I was 398 pounds.
Wow.
And Now, don't get me wrong. I was 398 pounds, but let me tell y'all, I was a bad 398 pounds.
Listen.
Okay?
Listen.
If it came in a pattern, my mother made it. Like,
I
I
hear
was
that.
a dope-looking,
That's what's up.
chunky girl.
That's what's
okay,
up.
so let's not get this twisted.
Uh-huh.
I wore my girdles and all of that other good stuff, my Spanx and everything. Hallelujah. Thank you, God, for foundation.
That's right.
Let's not get this thing twisted. I was still am talented,
Right.
you know, and so, but the reality is that obesity has started to take over my entire life in terms of my health.
Right.
It started to limit the things that I could do, especially after I got married.
Right.
And I went to my doctor, and I noticed that my husband and I were not, you know, conceiving. And
Okay.
I went to my doctor, and he's like, well, he was like, yeah, you're not conceiving because I had an obesity-related condition that left me infertile.
Wow.
And so it was a really rough time because there's no wife in the world that doesn't want to
Right, absolutely.
give her
Absolutely.
her husband children.
Right.
And I went to my doctor and was like, well, can you help me have children? And I think the light bulb for me that went off was when he was like, I can help you, but I'm not.
You have to help
Because
yourself.
you 398 pounds. So the average mother gains about 50 to 60 pounds per pregnancy.
Right.
Who you running after at 450
Right,
pounds?
right.
So it caused me to really dig deep and really just kind of like take a major census
Right,
of my
okay,
health and
okay.
of my life. And I had gastric bypass surgery. I'm not afraid to admit
Right.
that. It was the best decision I ever made.
Okay.
May not be for everybody, but it was for me. Hallelujah.
Right.
And I thank God for
But I think it's a good thing you said that. Like,
Mm-hmm.
my question to you about that is, where, as far as the discipline after the surgery.
you have no choice but to be disciplined.
Right.
Or you will be embarrassed.
Right.
Like, I mean, you know, with the procedure that I had, it actually causes something called dumping if you eat the wrong thing.
Right.
So once I experienced that one good time,
Oh. So you mean like it just,
yeah. I
just
eat
caught
something,
what she said, yeah.
it just
It
in
causes you,
one way and
like,
out the other.
heat flashes, like hot flashes, it's not a good feeling.
Right, right.
So once I experienced that about one good time,
Right.
I said, all right, Lord, I don't want this no more.
Right.
So I did not enjoy that.
Right.
And it was actually the best thing that ever happened to me because I actually, things like carbohydrates, sugars, high fat, like those things are like poison for me.
Right, okay.
So it actually helped me to really drop the weight that I needed to drop over a period of time. And the miracle is that a year post-op, I found out that I was expecting my first daughter.
That's what's
So
up.
thank
To God be
for
the
that.
glory.
To God be the glory. And so now I am the mommy of two.
Nice.
Oh.
Two and no more.
Nice.
Hallelujah.
Wait, I'm saying that right now. Like I got I just had a baby boy in May.
Oh, God
so it's
bless
like
you.
I'm like 2. I said I think I'm through. But
I ain't
you know
no
what?
think about it. I know I'm through.
But you know, I feel like that's not my decision. So I always
Yeah,
think about it. I'm like,
yeah,
that's the wife's decision.
yeah.
When she come to you, she said, I want another baby.
Yeah, me and-
you don't
me
got
and-
no choice in that matter.
I'm through.
Yeah.
Listen, man.
Yeah, me and-
Only way I'm through is if I'm getting clipped, and I think I'm a little scared of
I
that.
checked my bank account and it said, "Daughter, you through."
I'm through.
My daughter just went through potty training.
Right,
Ava
right.
just went through potty training. She's 3 years old,
That's good.
and you know,
Pampers cost.
Yeah.
Pampers
I'm-
Hey,
yeah.
shout out to those people. Pampers
Right.
cost.
Exactly. So, but yeah, so it was just like it was a really life altering thing for me.
Right.
And actually, it was in that time that my organization was born.
Right. That's what I was
and
going
it
to ask you
birthed.
about.
Because I was talking to a friend of mine while about 3 or 4 weeks after I had surgery, and she was expressing her frustrations about her daughter and her daughter's obesity. And I'm like, oh, dude, you think she wake up every morning saying, I want to be fat and can't walk up no
Right,
stairs
right.
today? Like, that's not an easy feat for anybody. It's not an easy feat for anybody's child. And one day I was talking to my mom. I said, well, if she's going through that and if I went through that, then I know that there's got to be so many other girls
I want you
that are
definitely-
going through that.
I want you definitely to expound on what Fat
Yes.
Girl stands
so
for.
I prayed about it and I said, okay, God, I need a name. Because I wanted to have a conference and I called around and a lot of people were like, well, are you a not-for-profit? I'm like, no, I don't want to do that.
Right.
And they was like, no. And, so, and what
Yeah,
ended
it
up
don't make
happening
money,
was,
don't make sense, right.
I was like, I don't want to do that. But God was like, yeah, you're going to do it.
Right.
And so he gave me Fat Girl.
Right.
And I was like, you have got to be kidding me.
Right.
Like, nobody's going to take me seriously with this. But Fat Girl is an acronym
Right?
that stands for Finding Alternatives to Gain Impact and Results for Life. And so the mission of Fat Girl is to combat childhood obesity. It's particularly in African American and Latino girls.
Right.
Through introducing them to our Mile in My Shoes, I Want to Live walking program.
Right.
And what the program does is it focuses on the full girl. So it focuses on her health, her mindfulness, her wellness, as well as walking as a cardiovascular activity.
Okay.
A lot of people think that, you got to run or you have to, do like just the craziest of physical activity.
Right.
And
go ahead. I'm sorry.
You really don't. Because at the end of the day, walking, according to the CDC, is actually the easiest,
Right.
yet best way for you to burn calories.
Yeah, they always say that walking
Right.
is always the best. Like
It
normal exercise is great if
Right.
you're looking for calorie burn, but as far as
Right.
Cardiovascular
Exactly.
diseases and all those other things,
Exactly.
walking has always been the best.
Walking
30,
is the
15
best
to 30 minutes a day will help your
Right.
life.
For young people, we try to recommend between
More.
30 and 45 because they're
Right.
younger
Right.
and their body can take it.
Absolutely.
And so a lot of organizations, especially like fitness organizations that focus on childhood obesity, you'll see that they'll focus on one half of it.
Right.
They'll focus on fitness, but they don't really spend a lot of time on health
Right.
and nutrition. Or they'll focus on health and nutrition, but they don't really focus on fitness. Or they'll focus on health and fitness, but they're not focusing on what's going on in your head.
That's what I want
They're
to
not
touch on.
focusing on all of the different things that you deal with, and all of the different vicissitudes of life and all of those things, especially as an African American and Latino girl.
Right.
We know that the American Heart Association says that African American women, that heart disease is the leading
Yes, sir.
cause of death in
Speak
African
the
American
truth.
women. And that's because nobody wants to talk about the fact that Black women are nurturers.
That's right.
Like we will take care of everybody else before we take care of ourselves. And what we don't realize is that we predispose that thought process
Right.
onto our daughters. When we tell them stuff like, you can't go outside until you clean your room or until you clean the whole house. Well, why not?
How has the experience been?
Well, why not? Do you tell your son that he can't go outside and play basketball until he clean his room?
My mama
Yes.
Yeah, all the time.
And does it work?
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Okay.
In my household, it's
Little
gonna work. In my household, it's gonna work.
No, my son know how to like hide stuff. So I think it's clean, but it's like really just behind
Right.
the
Hey,
bed.
but
you
listen,
know.
but you know what? If we didn't teach them how to clean up, they only know one way. Let me just tuck this under so we ain't got to worry about
Because
it. It
see-
looks clean to you, like you said. It's a
Right.
facade.
Right.
Just come at us with parenting skills.
Hey, listen,
No,
man.
no. But,
Jesus
you
wasn't
know,
like that. Jesus, this is being mean. You
Hey,
being
man,
mean.
it's a facade.
Being rude.
Listen, I want to ask you a question about when you do have your sessions with, let's say, an obese woman or obese young lady.
I call them plus size.
Okay, let me say. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Plus size women.
I call them plus size.
How do you deal with the fact that they're coming to you and they might have been ostracized or made fun of or to the typically like bullied because of their plus size
size?
nature? Yeah.
Right.
How do you combat that spiritually? How do you combat that spiritually with them?
One thing that I use for myself, you are fearfully and wonderfully
Okay.
made.
Okay.
You're fearfully and wonderfully made. And Jeremiah 29:11,
Yes.
for I know the plans I have for
Yes.
you. And so what it really boils down to is just letting them know, like, this is just the shell of you.
Right.
It's just
Okay.
a part of your story.
Right.
And everybody has a story. Everybody
Right.
got something about them that they may not like or that somebody may look at and say, okay, what is it about this thing about you that I can, because children can kind of be a little, a little mean.
Yeah,
they
yeah,
can
yeah,
be.
yeah,
But the
they-
reality of it
they
is that
truthfully
no
honest,
child
they're
wakes
honest.
up in the morning and is mean.
Right.
A lot of times children learn mean behavior from what they see us do or what they see us say.
Absolutely.
And we may think that they're not looking or they're not listening. And so it really all stems from, from us as adults.
Right.
And that whether you're a parent or not, you're still an adult who has great influence on the life of a child. So when I have young people that come to me and they're like, Miss D or Miss Donna, so-and-so made fun of me. I mean, I have a 5-year-old daughter.
Right.
And my daughter is, she's a curvy girl.
Right.
And I've accepted the fact that I don't care how many gastric bypass surgeries I have, my daughter is a curvy girl.
Right.
She's going to, but I want her to learn to accept who she is for who she is, no matter what her size, and as long as she's healthy. And so what I do is I give her a lot of affirmations. I always encourage her, when she's doing something right, or, she tries to do cartwheels around the house, and I just see visions of dollar signs and my co-payment going up every time she does these cartwheels. But then I say, all right, well, Lord, keep her and protect her while she's doing a cartwheel, because I want to encourage her to be as physically fit as possible. And so when I see young girls, I just kind of, I allow myself to be transparent and understand that I was where they're at. I tell them the story about how I got picked on for wearing glasses, big feet. Just
now everybody wear glasses.
Yeah, right. Now everybody wear glasses. Exactly.
That's right.
Now
Glasses
people
cool.
walking around buying glasses
for
with
no
nothing
reason,
in them,
nothing
like
in them.
just little holes.
Yeah, just to look like. I love being a nerd. I've been a nerd for a long time.
Right. So I just try to just keep it 100, and
That's it.
And I just try to point. I want them to, and I make my girls really look at themselves and think every part of themselves. I remember Gabourey Sidibe told me that one day, and I never forgot it. And so now, every time I see a young lady who's going through, I just tell her, like, look in the mirror. Every woman should have a full-length mirror, not necessarily check yourself out before you go out the door, but to speak well of yourself.
Right.
And to just look at you and, like, appreciate who you are. So, yeah.
I know that you are a beast when it comes to singing.
You know that.
I know that.
Who told you that?
How does it feel? How did it feel when you did work with Mariah Carey?
Okay, so let me just tell you, right? I was in high school.
Uh-huh.
I went to LaGuardia High School. Shout out to Fiorello H. LaGuardia High School. It's not, the Palm School, but it's the Fame School. It's the school I love.
That's all good.
But we actually had an opportunity in my entire gospel choir to sing backup for Mariah Carey, and that was a really great experience. I'm gonna be honest with you. She was just like, oh my gosh. That was actually my first time ever meeting. Also Melanie Daniels.
Right. Oh, that's my girl. That's my girl.
As well as Kelly Price.
Right.
And I was just like, wow.
Kelly Price. Let me tell you a story about her. Kelly Price is my wife's god sister.
Don't tell me that, because Kelly Price is my friend in my head.
Okay.
She's my friend in my head. I'll never forget one day.
My mother-in-law knows the entire family. They are really they know each other. They're not close like they used to be.
If you watch, no, but for real.
Listen, and shout out. Listen, and you've been a part of Love Fellowship. Working with Hez.
I actually sang backup with the SRC All City Chorale about 3 weeks ago.
Right.
And I had an opportunity to sing a part of this little 2,000 voice choir.
Right.
And then I was picked as one of the 35 people to sing on the on-stage choir.
Nice.
I'm like, that, oh, stop.
Listen,
like,
I used to be married to one of his singers back in the day. We ain't gonna shout them out no more. We ain't together no more. Listen, see the enigmas right there. I ain't taking shots. She know who she is. Shout out. She know who she is, man.
Nonetheless,
anyway. Right.
Singing backup for Bishop Hez on like the main stage at Madison Square Garden was I think it was like the dopest thing that I was like, wow, this is as close as I'm getting to the main stage without paying $600 for a ticket. Thank you, Jesus.
You ever been to his Resurrection Sundays at the Marriott?
Yes.
Oh,
I had an opportunity
if you get past the ballroom doors, you good.
I had an opportunity to do that about 2 years ago when I actually sang backup for a wonderful, wonderful recording artist named Tonya Lewis Taylor.
Yeah, I've heard of him.
Yes. So she actually has a latest single out, I'm a Winner. Shout out to Tonya Lewis Taylor.
Yeah, shout out to Tonya Lewis.
And so I had an opportunity to sing for her at Bishop's Easter Sunday service. So that was a really great experience. And I mean, God has just really blessed me, and I'm really excited because I just did Milk River on Father's Day.
Okay.
We won't talk about one of the producers who couldn't come to Milk River on Father's Day.
Oh, see, you shouldn't have said that because now I'm going to ask who it was. This station is We Say What They Can.
First of all, I just want to thank you for having me on your show. I appreciate it. Now, remember June 17th was my birthday party, which I didn't see Donna there.
No,
but I'm not. You're being rude. You're being rude.
It was you. I didn't know what she was talking about.
So
I paid attention as soon as he started talking. He started talking.
We all had a lot of Jesus juice the night before.
Listen, man.
And then they was throwing me a cookout.
it's,
the next
it's
day.
really
There's
okay.
no
It was
excuse.
Father's Day, and it was his party.
no excuse.
And
I was there
knew-
in spirit.
He was.
I was there in spirit.
And
Okay,
then
listen.
in exchange, invited me here. See, look at God. Won't he do it?
Yeah, won't he do
I
it?
said this is the perfect show for you to be on, and I'm a guest today, so it was perfect. So that's
Listen.
why I just wanna, can y'all sing?
Yo, see this guy, man.
Because I always try to get you to
his
sing.
His
sing.
name is Dom Rock Takeover.
What songs do y'all like? I know y'all gotta like a
instigator.
song.
Okay,
It's
so
the
I
instigator,
I'm more
the-
than honored to sing, but listen, if I sing, now y'all got to come out on September 24th at that Milk River.
I'll be there.
You have to come out. I have to
September
pay your
24th?
tithes at church. And
September
everything.
24th.
Yes,
What time?
it's about 3 o'clock.
3 o'clock.
What time your church get out?
Let's see. That's usually around fall time. We're usually getting out about 1:30, probably.
Oh, okay.
So I'm gonna start like 9.
Oh, service started 9.
Yeah,
Service started.
honestly,
Listen.
I would go to
Listen.
church.
Listen.
I would go to church
I'm gonna
more
put this in
if
there.
my show wasn't on Sundays. Shout out to wswtc.com. And
Like he was
There's
going
no
before.
excuse.
but
Mo
it's
Rock.
the church I go to that me and Cinemax,
And?
it's kind of long.
And
What church you go to?
I don't want to
don't
say that
remember the
now. Universal Baptist Church.
yo, let me say something to you.
Well,
I'm coming
Brown
to you.
Memorial
I'm
Baptist
coming for
Church.
you.
My pastor
Let's not
is
change the
like-
subject on the singing either.
No, we
Okay,
gonna
cool.
we gonna take care of that for you. We got that handled. Listen, I'm gonna say this in all seriousness because not only are you my brother, we go a long way back from shooting half court jumpers in 308.
Mine ain't going in,
The
but
dark.
I tried.
But anyway, check this out. I say this with all seriousness.
Nah, let's-
Anytime you miss an opportunity to hear what God says, you don't know what impact that will have on you or anybody that's around you. So anytime you have an opportunity, and I'm not saying anything because this is the station that I work for.
Yeah.
I'm saying this because I love the station that I work for. Anytime you have a chance to get into the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords presence,
Yeah.
you do so. I don't care where it is. I don't care if you go to somebody's service on Wednesday night. I don't care if you go Thursday night. There's a church service somewhere in the state of New York, in Brooklyn, Queens, the Bronx, Manhattan, wherever.
Actually, there's a church that's having church service as we
Right
speak.
now. There's a church service
I
going
don't like
on
where
every
this is
day
going.
of the week.
No, PS for the lesson you the church. Let's leave the
Listen,
church.
man. Listen,
little-
we're going to do what God say first, man. We're
mean,
going to do that.
We
We're
asked
gonna
the
do
question.
It's different for me though. I actually grew up in church.
I mean, too.
I grew up, I did everything. So I go to church every day.
Yeah.
I talk to God every day.
I talk to God every day. My
Every
mother
day,
gives me the
bro.
word every day. My sister gives me the word
Wherever
every day.
two or more people are gathered in His
Yeah.
name,
that. Yeah, there he is in the midst.
Yeah, I contribute to the tithes that's paid.
I'm not making a judgment call like that.
I'm
all I'm
feeling-
saying,
I'm
all
feeling
I'm saying
judged.
is that you said one thing, and I'm only addressing that part.
I just said it.
Get 'em-
but
get 'em-
but
get 'em
also
well.
I said I have a show on Sunday.
I'm not negating that. I
Yeah.
just
They got
said,
early
I'm
morning
not-
service.
There you go, PS. Get him. You got him.
We
I didn't
gonna
have
go
to say
together.
it.
Me and PS gonna go together.
Well,
You in?
you ain't. Hey, I'm already there. I'm there.
I was talking about him. Y'all good.
Listen,
But
Make
'cause
sure.
I know. I think the producer, engineer. We only got a couple more minutes.
right?
So y'all not
See
getting
how
out of here. Y'all not changing the subject on me. Without, I need some vocals.
Listen.
Y'all want me to set it off?
All right, listen.
No, like you set it off like what?
I
You're
could, I
gonna,
could sing.
You can set it off if you want. We can
everybody can
Listen,
sing. You know.
Cause y'all gonna get jealous, so I'm
listen,
not gonna
well,
do it.
I want Donna to let everybody know where they can find her, so they can definitely support her organization and support everything that she's doing. So please let the people know where they can find you.
Okay, so you can find out more information about Fat Girl at www.fatgirlmovement.org. Not PH, but FATGIRLMOVEMENT.org. Thank God I know how to spell. You can always email me at Mrs. Perry. fatgirlmovement@yahoo.com. You can check us out on Facebook. You can check us out on Instagram, Twitter.
Right.
All of those nice things, and they're all Fat Girl Movement. And you can catch our show September 24th. Once again,
I'll be there.
You can always, if you don't have a church and you're thinking about joining a church, you can always come to Brown Memorial Baptist Church. Shout out to my pastor, Reverend Clinton Miller, on Washington and Gates. Service starts at 10:45, and it's about to be football and basketball season. So my pastor does the benediction own time. He tell you
I hear that.
it don't
I
take
think I'm
all
gonna come
day.
there, especially
Like what I'm hearing.
with my
I like
Lakers.
what I'm
When my
hearing.
Lakers
Serious.
playing, I'm gonna definitely be there.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Like my pastor can preach a word and sing you on your, but he's a firm believer that if you want men to come to church, that you can't be in
Can't
church
mess with
all
their
day.
sports time.
See, I just said. Why you ain't say
he's
that
a
when I
fir-
just said that?
I was letting y'all do what y'all do.
Dude, that was
you
the
know?
perfect segue to
No,
that's-
but he is
that's a-
he does believe that, and he's very pragmatic in his preaching and his theology.
That's
and I'm very
strategic.
grateful
That's
to
strategy
sit
for
under
you.
his tutelage.
That's strategy
I really,
for
really
you.
am. I really am. So I
Shout
love
out
my
to
pastor.
Pastor Miller.
Yeah.
And again, before we close the show with you two guys singing, me and PS, we want to thank you for having us on the show as a guest.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for having
I didn't know
us.
where we fit in.
No,
but,
y'all.
but
you know where you fit in.
no doubt. But yeah, man, it's showtime.
Oh, see, this is how we're gonna end the first season. Like I said, we're gonna end it with.
Let's go out with a bang.
You can shout out. You can find me at green room _ green team baby on Instagram and God's Will Forever on Instagram. Facebook Willie Green, aka God's Will. Amen.
Amen.
I don't know what we're gonna sing, but I'm gonna let you set it off, and then I'll probably chime in and follow you.
Ooh.
Turn my mic off. I want to get them jealous.
I'm gonna sing my own thing though. That's what I'm
Yeah,
gonna do.
yeah.
You can do what you want, and then I'll do what I
Okay.
want.
I just can't give up now. I come too far from where I started from. Nobody told me that the road would be easy, and I don't believe he's brought me this far to leave me.
I still can't believe that he did it. Make such a sacrifice. And the ones that he loved wanted him crucified. Oh, yeah. And he knew that his friends would betray him. And he knew that his blood would be shed. He could have put someone else in his place, but instead he said, amen, amen, I surrender, amen, not my will, but yours, amen, I say amen, amen. God bless you.
God
Green
bless
Room.
you.
Season 1
That's how you
in
end
the
that
books.
season.
God bless you.
God bless
See
you.
you next
Stay
season.
green, y'all.